Kofi, good to see you. Welcome to Study 88.7 FM again.
Please turn your microphone on for me. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes, yes.
Good, good,
Good,
good.
good,
So
good.
we are
So we are
live on
live on
Facebook with
Facebook with
him,
him.
also on
Also on
YouTube. You
YouTube,
can
you can
join in
join
the
in the
conversation.
conversation.
Now, why I'm
Now, why
saying
I'm
again,
saying
some of you
again, some
may
of you
not
may not
understand,
understand,
but many
but many
years ago
years
we
ago
had a
we had
most
a
wanted
most
voice
wanted voice
competition on
competition on
Sunny.
Sunny.
Emmanuel came
Emmanuel
through,
came through
and he was
and he
our
was our
winner. But
winner.
we've
But
stayed
we've
in
stayed
touch
in
after
touch
a while,
after a
and
while, and
we're so
we're so
excited to
excited to
receive his
receive
new
his
album.
new
So
album.
it's
So
it's more
it's
like
it's more like
a
should I say a second
homecoming
homecoming
for Emmanuel.
for
But
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel,
Emmanuel,
let's I
I
want to
want
ask,
to ask,
when did you
when did you
realize,
realize,
God has
God
given me
has given me
something
something
special?
special?
So I mean, well, I've been singing since I was a child, since I was a little boy. But it was when LIC Sunday School Choir, I'm not Sunday School Choir per se, but then Sunday School was recording an album, and we're all singing, at Uncle TV Olamte's studio with JB Jokoto. I think he worked at the studio
At the time.
at the time. Uncle Franklin Ella Blue, and then Uncle Theo I. And they were looking for a lead vocalist for one of the songs, and they said, "Oh, let's try Kofi." And for me, that was very random because, like, hey, me, all my seniors were there. Why did they come and pick me? And I sang, and they were like, "Wow, this is rare." I mean, I remember those words in particular very well. I don't know who said it, so I think it was at that point that I realized that this was something special or something different, should I say? So yeah. How old was I? I was about 11. I think I was 11 or 12.
And how would you
How would you say that comment you received has shaped you to become who you are now?
I
I
know
know
for a fact that it gave me some confidence that I was good at that.
Okay.
Because I wasn't in quotes, I wasn't the brightest student in class. So that was something for me.
We're up close with KOFI Nuel. I was almost calling Kofi Emmanuel Esiedu, but he likes to go by the name KOFI Nuel. We are live on Facebook. Also join us on YouTube, and you can drop a message. You have a comment, you have a question, you can feel free to ask him. But this is not your first album fate trip. I've just played about 4 or 5 songs from that. I think I'm almost exhausting it.
But
this
is not your first,
is
is it?
Well, I like to say this is my first
official one?
official album. The
Okay.
first one was an attempt at an EP.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's still on YouTube.
Okay.
But it's no longer on digital, all the other digital stores. But that was a school project in 2018. I was representing my school for a singing competition.
Okay.
And we had to record about eight songs, like an album, or a live performance to enter the competition. And I was like, hey, how do I do that? So everything was done within how many weeks? I think within about 4 weeks. And that's the fastest time. I mean, of course, I'm sure people do it often, but to really get things done well, it takes a lot of time, and etc. So that was a very fast project. Jonas Ahedor, Nisoa, Dinels, those guys really came through for me at that point.
Was it when you were in France? Because I know for a time you were
You were in France?
Yes.
What took you to France?
So I did a double major in political science with French. So I spent a year in France. And so I was representing my school in France for that competition.
All right.
Yeah, so I had to pull some things together quickly. So I did the vocal recordings in France and then send them down here in Ghana for some of my friends I mentioned earlier to help to put together.
I'm curious,
When you were growing up, what did you say you would become when anybody asked you, what do you want to be in the future? That question, what would you say to it?
It's interesting to ask this question because I've said this before. When I was a child, I used to write I wrote on a piece of paper or a sticker or something, gospel singer and pastor.
Oh, you did.
And I think I even misspelled the singer or something, or the S looked like a G. So it looked like ginger. And my mom loved it. So I put this badge on my chest and was running around the house. Look at me, I'm a gospel singer.
And a pastor. So we're yet to see the
pastor's side. Or it started already.
For those who don't know, I don't know what to say about that yet, but yeah, some men of God have said some things regarding that.
You yourself spoke it's very young, so just confirming that word.
Let's see what God will do.
Let's get into your new album, which you say is your first. I've heard quite a number for you, but you claim this is your first. Faith Trip. What went into the making of the album Faith Trip?
Right.
Before that one, how do you describe your sound map?
So
Yeah.
basically my sound is a gospel R&B kind
Okay.
of sound, but just that I don't like to put myself in a box. You know, so I wouldn't limit it to just gospel R&B, but that's the core.
That's the
because
core.
of my influence.
Okay. Okay.
So
So yes, the
The making of the album Faith Trip. I remember Imel and I had been speaking,
and then
I got a message from Kuju. Kuju says, JJD, manager send me a message. Do all you can. Let's put the song on the radio. I'm like, Kuju has signed it. Hey, let's move. We're moving already, but now let's move even faster. What went into the making of Faith Trip?
yeah, so Faith Trip has been 3 years in the making, and I did a single first 3 years ago, Speak to Me, featuring Dogs Away from Grace Charles, and that song came to me at a point where I was seeking God for some answers, you know, concerning faith in my life, etc. And then some other songs came in line. I remember Maintaining Grace came after that. But then some of the other songs were written years ago, like when I was a child. And then, of course, some
Some
of
of the songs on this album you
this
wrote
album,
when you were a child?
Yes, yes,
No
in
way.
2006, 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not that old, in case I wasn't 2008. I was a teenager. but,
Okay.
yeah, so, yeah, and so the melodies, most of the melodies and majority of the lyrics came at those points in time. And it's interesting to me now how they are still relevant. Of course, I had to modify a few of the lyrics because you could tell there was a child who wrote this.
You have grown since
know,
that
Since
time.
that time?
Yeah. So, but then the themes are still constant and still relevant. And it's amazing how, as a child, you know, God opened my eyes to see certain things, but now I see them in a whole different new light, and it's still relevant to me now. It still blesses me.
I was
telling someone that I particularly love your album. Sometimes it's hard to pick an album and find diverse themes.
It's
easy to find about 8 songs around the same thing, but you pick Emmanuel's album, Faith Trip,
and you're
finding
finding
songs like Choices,
talk about choices
we
we
need to
make,
plans,
maintaining grace, thankful, trust, and obey,
and
do not feel closer. Each of
Each
them
of them
has
has
a
a
message that you
message
cannot
that
forget
when
when
you
you
listen
listen
to these
songs.
songs.
And
And
what's the feedback you
receive
receive
so
from
far
those
from
who
those who
listen,
family,
family,
friends,
people
who
probably
probably
do
do
not know you, but are hearing it? What's the feedback you
So
get?
I'm before I even say that, my prayer about this album is that God will use it to continue to bless me throughout my faith
Okay.
trip, literally.
Your faith trip.
You know, and that it will bless other people too, the way it's blessing me and even more. So when I get these testimonies, they really prove to me that indeed God sends me to do this. I heard God Ankasa, and He said do this, and I went ahead and did it. You know, there's been a testimony about someone in a hospital whose mother had to undergo surgery, and he couldn't tell anybody because he's the oldest sibling and he's a medical practitioner. So he was responsible for making sure everything went well, you know, and he was worried, he was troubled. He was in the hospital and he saw the announcement of the release and decided to just check it out. And he said as soon as he started listening, he began to have hope again, and he was encouraged.
Wow.
And he was blessed. He said as soon as he got to Do Not Fear, his heart was calmed. And not long after he finished listening he got into Do Not Fear, he got a call from the doctor in the theater that everything was successful.
Thank God.
And you know,
Thank
so
God.
that's a blessing for me. That's one of the most amazing testimonies I've gotten so far. Other people have shared testimonies about having panic attacks and being encouraged or not being able to sleep if they don't listen to a certain song.
Tell us about Do Not
Do Not
Fear.
Fear.
KOFI Nuel.
KOFI
Tell
Nuel.
us
Tell us
about
about
Do Not
It was written back in Achimota School. I went, I'm an Accra. A proud Accra.
Nice.
Yeah, and I remember how every mock, my math papers would go downhill. My math was not the best.
Okay.
You know, I was an AP student, which means I was in I never went on article list. I did well
Okay.
generally
Just
in
fine.
high school. You know. but math was an issue. I would literally be afraid, like shaking, because
I know that
Oh, I
feeling.
know that feeling. I've been through that with math.
So I get you.
So I get you.
And you know, if you fail math, you can't. You have to rewrite it. You can't go.
Yeah.
At that point in time in my life, that was a mountain for me. You know, and I called my dad, and we had a conversation. He was sharing some scriptures with me. He shared the scripture, "Do not fear, for I am with you." And he said I should remember that scripture. So I was hammering it in my mind. And one of the ways I am able to remember scripture is by singing it.
Okay.
So I kept on singing, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you." And then that song came out.
Do not fear.
Yeah.
Here.
So,
Eugene, I hope you have it ready. We want to share with you Do Not Fear. He has the video out, so you can listen and get to watch at the same time. The Sunday I'm going to be showing Kofi Nuel, he doesn't know, I'll be showing you after that song, so you all together. Let's watch Do Not Fear together.
When you call on me, I will answer you. When you say my name, I will hear. Do not fear. Oh, do not fear. No, do not fear. Oh, do not fear. No, do not fear. For I'm with you. When trials and tribulations weigh you down, and you want to throw in the towel, remember God is love. He holds you in His hands. Do not, do not fear, my child. God is holding in your hand. Yeah. No, no. Ooh, I am the good shepherd who holds your hands through the battle. Oh, when you call on Jesus, when your heart is broken, when your mind is wandering, till the end, when you lose a loved one, when you feel so alone, Emmanuel, till the end, when you feel like giving up, when you face rejection, Emmanuel, till the end, till the end. Do not fear, I will not be afraid, 'cause I know I can present all my requests to God, and the peace that passes all understanding will be my portion. Oh, do not fear.
Isaiah 41:10 says, "Fear not,
With you,
for
be
I
not
am with."
dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, will uphold you with my righteous hand. That was "Do Not Fear" from KOFI NUEL. I'm sure some of you joined in the video. And Kofi, this was pretty simple video, but very good. I've been telling people now, you don't need to do too much to do it. I know there was a time when we needed to change our clothes a lot, but this is a pretty nice, simple video, high quality. Somebody said I should ask you whether you produce the music in Ghana.
So I have. When you say the music, you mean this particular song or
the entire Faye Trip album?
So I had 3 amazing producers, all Ghanaian.
Oh.
One of them is based in the UK, Michael Thompson.
Okay.
So he produced Choices, he produced Do Not Fear, and Trust and Obey.
Okay.
But the others were produced by Jonas Ahedor from Aeon Music.
Okay.
He's also with CC Bedu's ministry.
All right.
And then Charles Pettingill also produced. Charles Pettingill produced Thankful and Maintaining Grace. Jonas produced Plans.
Okay.
Yeah. Have I left out anything?
And
then Closer.
Yes, we've not done Closer.
King.
Okay.
You know this Ghanaian bass guitarist. He's amazing.
The name again is?
Obeng King.
Okay, I think I'm yet to see him. But if someone picked your album and said, Kofi, I only have 5 minutes to listen to only one song on this album, which song would you say,
Which song would you say, you've got to listen to this?
But it is possible. Nothing is impossible with God.
5 minutes, right?
They have just 5 minutes to listen. Or maybe I should make it, because I think your songs are like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. So let me make it even harder for you. They've got just 4 minutes to listen to one of the songs on your album.
You know what I was going to say?
I'm a smart woman.
I'm going to ask them to listen to a few seconds
Because I know the time of the songs, each and every one of them. There's only one that's like 6 minutes, so 4 minutes makes it harder for you. But
and I'm giving them a timestamp in each song to listen to.
So which one would you say you've got to listen to this? Yeah. Remember, we're live with him on Facebook, also on YouTube, live with KOFI NUEL on Up
I
Close.
probably would go with Do Not Fear.
Do Not Fear. Tell me why.
Because I feel like the whole message God has given me, or the message behind my ministry, runs through that song. My name is Emmanuel, right? And the name, the brand name, or the stage name, in quotes,
KOFI NUEL.
I'm giving myself is KOFI NUEL. KOFI NUEL because throughout my life I have seen God's hand with me.
Right.
I've seen that if God had not been there, if God hadn't stopped A, B, and C, if God hadn't provided A, B, and C, the story would have been different. So that is why I put KOFI with NUEL. I don't know what the NUEL alone means, but it's between God and I know that KOFI NUEL means Kofi, the one who God is with.
KOFI, let's get serious. Let's be honest. Gospel
Serious.
R&B
Let's be
generally,
honest.
it doesn't seem
Gospel
that popular.
R&B generally,
Seems to be
it doesn't seem
patronized by
that
a few
popular.
who
Seems to be
appreciate it.
patronized by a few.
I want to know whether
who
you've ever
appreciate
felt
it.
tempted to
I
move
want to know
away
whether you've ever
because
felt
you don't
tempted
think
to
it's
move
been
away
well
because
received as
you don't
other
think
friends
it's
of
been well
yours who
received
do
as other friends
songs
of
that
yours who
everybody's
do
talking
other
about?
songs that everybody's
Yes.
talking about.
I honestly
Yes.
have. Whenever I sit in on Uber or public transport, I play my friends' music. I play my music for them, and use that as an opportunity to share God's word or share something about God or the gospel. And the feedback I get, it's really nice, but don't you want to add some small Ghana touch to it?
Some Afro beats.
And that's not bad. But for me, what is important is, what did God ask you to do?
Yeah.
What did God say? How did God say you should do it? Left to me alone. I mean, of course, well, personally, I'm not so crazy about becoming a star or being in the limelight, because when that happens, then you don't get your life to yourself. In quotes, you don't get to live peacefully. Everybody wants to see, hey, what is this person doing? So that aspect of being a star is kind of scary for me. So I'm not eager to even be popular anyway. But most importantly, I want to do what God has asked me to do and how He's asked me to do. Everybody is unique. Everybody is different.
Yes.
There's space for everyone to operate. If everybody is doing the same thing, you don't get to enjoy or benefit from the difference or from the uniqueness of what God has given that person.
Okay.
So I'm not saying this to say that I would never ever do.
But at this time of your life, this season,
Exactly.
the Lord is asking you to
This is what
tarry
God
here,
has
to stay.
given me, so who am I to?
But who did you grow up listening to? music?
Oh.
Yes, who have been your influences?
So throughout my teenage period, I have and still am a Walls Group fan. Anybody who knows me knows how much the Walls Group has influenced my style of music and the music I produce. You know, and Gene Moore as well. My dad heard Gene Moore on radio some Easters ago and said, isn't that Kofi singing? I was like, how could it have been me?
Oh,
First of all, Gene Moore is crazy talented. You know, not to say that I'm not talented, but you all know that there are levels. You
are talented.
So
very
that couldn't have been me, but I think maybe we had similar tones in that particular song. So I decided to check him out, and I was like, wow, I actually really love his music. I really felt in sync with his music. You know, the lyrics and the melody, everything was amazing to me. So the Walls Group, Gene Moore, Jonathan Butler in the earlier years, Jonathan McReynolds, and so technically Black American gospel music. And I'm going to show Kofi some pictures right now. He doesn't know about this, but we had to get into that. So gather around, everybody. Gather around. We're live on Facebook, okay? Also on YouTube. You can join in the conversation. We're up close with KOFI NUEL. Eugene, you are my partner in crime. Can you start rolling our pictures and let's start talking about something really, really important? All right, Eugene. We're ready when you are. So let's let the pictures flow. Emmanuel, I'm sure he's going well. Like, what is Jennifer? But I'm sure he has some kind of idea. I have a clue. Oh, you have a clue. Good. Oh, wow. Is this what you were thinking? No. So I'm going to ask you what you were thinking. What were you thinking I was going to show you? I thought you were going to bring some throwbacks from Sunny FM. No. Those pictures would have been so embarrassing. So if you're watching or if you're about to, you're thinking, should I go watch? It's KOFI NUEL with some cakes in front of him. He owns a bakery, and I've always told him he's probably the only singer I know who owns a bakery. Like, so he does the baking himself. That's a rare combination. But when did you, Eugene? Can you roll more pictures? Because so many pictures of the cakes he's done and other stuff. Eugene, let's just roll. Yes, some more from him. That's on Up Close with KOFI NUEL. You can join us and come watch. I mean, look at this cake, and I love cakes. All right, so there's another one from him. You made this for a friend or there's a client? Which of them? Okay, let's flip. He's just flipping. So, and then okay, I'm sure you're all seeing these ones that are coming. That's like a puff something. This one was for Agape New Testament Church. Do we have some more? So tell us about the singer-baker KOFI. Yes, that combination is a beautiful combination. That has been one of the most difficult combinations ever, especially during the period where I had to be going to studios to record this particular album, But thankfully, I have a team I work with. Okay. So shout outs to Nidodu, Derek, and Marina, wherever you are. I'm sure you're at the office right now working as I'm here. So you learned to bake yourself? Yes. So my mom bakes every Christmas. Oh. So we'd help her to oil the pans or, do a few tasks in the kitchen as she's baking for Christmas. She bakes and gives out to church members, family members, and neighbors, so we'd help her. So I think that was my first ever experience with baking. And then I love food. So but when did you decide that I should take this seriously, open my own bakery? So in 2017, my roommate had an oven. Okay. And he used to make pizza. So an electric oven in the room on campus. And there was a day there was leftover flour. And I was going to throw it away. I was like, oh, why are you throwing the flour away? You could do something with this. So I made some cookies. And people on the floor, who I didn't even know from anywhere, smelled the cookies. They smelled something, new, something what's going on? So they came to the room, and they were just trooping in and taking the cookies. And my roommate was like, Charlie, what are you doing in school? You could actually make money from this. Wow. So during Hall Week, I started selling brownies and those things, those small pastries. And then my cousin asked for a brownie birthday cake. I was like, hey, I've never done that before, but I can try it. So I tried. She liked it. Other people asked. So then it became a side hustle. Okay. You see. So I was doing it every vacation when I came home from school. And then it became a part-time job when I started working. And then after my contract ended in 2022, I think, 2022, I said, let me try and do this full-time. So I did and registered last year.
Okay.
So officially, it's been a year.
And what's the name of your business?
Noel Cakes.
Noel Cakes. I was supposed to add one picture of one he did for my son. So the thing is, maybe I should call him my family baker. So when is my son's birthday? I call him Mano. He's okay. My son says he wants Captain America cake. My daughter says he wants this. I tell him it's my birthday. I love banana cake. So anytime I need a cake, KOFI NUEL is the one I call. And today, I just want you to know that if you need a cake, whether it's for your church, for yourself as an individual, you have your wedding coming up, and you should go on his page, Noel Cakes. You're going to love what you see. So at the end, I'll let him drop his number. Let's get KOFI NUEL some orders as we enjoy his music as well. But there's a part that we do on Up Close. It's a quick one, question and answer. Very quick. You need like 10 seconds to answer this. So if you had to choose between Mali Music and Jonathan McReynolds, who would it be?
That's tough. This is a very tough one, but I'll go with Jonathan McReynolds.
Jonathan McReynolds. Name a book in the Bible beginning with S.
Samuel.
What one thing can you not leave home without?
My phone.
Your phone.
My keys.
All right, Kirk Franklin or Ty Tribbett? Is that another tough one?
This is difficult.
Oh my God.
This is difficult. But I think
10
I'll go
seconds,
with
your time
Kirk
is going.
Franklin.
Kirk Franklin. Are you introvert or extrovert? I've never known where to place you. Introvert or extrovert?
You know why you haven't known where?
No.
Because I don't know.
You don't know yourself.
But it depends on
But
where
people
I'm
say
at.
you are.
I can be very introverted. I can
Okay.
be, but once I warm up, if I'm around the right people,
Okay.
you know, there's some people from school who have never seen an extroverted version of me. And so they assume that I'm very quiet and calm. But if I'm around my
Sometimes you can be
people,
crazy.
oh God.
All right. Now, Marvin says to ask you one meal, if you had to eat one meal the rest of your life, what would it be?
The word of God.
No,
Because that's for the physical food I can't choose.
you can't choose, eh? You have to try one pay. Bako pay.
Honestly, before God and man,
Hey.
too many things are running through my mind.
You can't
I
choose.
can't choose.
Anyway, and Bobby
I'd rather
Mason, or
fast.
you fast. Like really, for someone who loves food, you rather fast?
If I can't have it all,
Like the rest of your life, you
if I can't have it all, I'll
you
have
have
none
to
at
have
all. I'm just kidding. I'm sure I'll choose one.
Bobby Mason or CC Winans?
CC Winer.
CC Winans for you. And would you rather read or watch a movie?
Depends, but I think I'll choose a movie.
You choose a movie.
Because I've never really been a book person.
Okay.
But growing up, it was a must.
It was a must
so
for
it's
you.
in there somewhere.
Okay. And someone wants to know whether you're big on Instagram or TikTok.
So I do have all of these accounts. Yes, I have
But which one are you big on?
more Instagram than
More
TikTok.
Instagram. If you had to choose
TikTok
between
is
reading
so much
Proverbs
better.
or the Psalms, which one would you do? The
Sounds.
Psalms. Why? Tell me why.
Why the Psalms instead of
Yeah,
Proverbs?
yeah.
Not that one is better than the other for me, but I've had periods where the Psalms have really ministered to me or really blessed me. David was a psalmist. David is a songwriter. So lots of times when I'm looking for inspiration to write music, I go to the Psalms. I may not necessarily write a song from the Psalms, but out of the inspiration from the Psalms, a song may come.
All right, we're just about
wrapping
up
up
with
with
KOFI
KOFI
NUEL.
NUEL,
But before the KOFI, I want you to go back into your memory tank and share with us an experience of your life that for you, it was God coming through. It was a very dark moment for you, but you saw God's hand in your life. God brought you through that period. I want you to share to encourage someone listening to you today.
Which of the experiences should I even take out? So I remember when I had just finished my national service and I was applying to go to school to do my master's. My national service job was to help people to gain admission to school, you know, in France in particular, and to get scholarships, etc., etc. And so I was able to do that for a number of people, but I wasn't successful. You know, I applied to a school, I got admission, I didn't get the funding, 3 years in a row. As of now, I still haven't gone to do my masters, but 3 years in a row. What I've done within that period of time, I just imagine if I had gone, would God have done all of these things through me? Would God have done all of these things in my life? So just to run with the song Jeremiah 29:11, plans. God knows the plans He has for you. He knows what is going on. He can see the big picture. It may not look pleasant to you, may not look like what you have imagined for yourself. But being able to trust in the fact that God knows what He's doing and He can hold you through, He can see you through, is so peaceful. Is the best escape. Yeah.
And I have a message here that says, I am blessed this morning as today is my birthday. Thanks, JDD, for bringing him. I am inspired.
Kofi, let's know how we can get more Faith Trip. Where can we find the album? Yes, give us some more details about that.
So you can find Faith Trip on all digital stores. You can find it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, everywhere. YouTube Music. YouTube is popular for everyone. So it's most common. It's free, so you can get it on YouTube as well.
Okay.
You can also follow my TikTok and my Instagram for the short. If you want an in-depth explanation of the story behind some of the songs, you can follow.
Okay.
Just to get that.
Okay.
And then you have to drop the number for Noel cakes, because they're telling if you need to make an order for cake, make it from Noel. Drop the number.
Noel cakes.
So just a minute.
Okay. All right. So while he gets that on, you can also drop a message if you have one from, if it's the comments, 0540-130-684, 0540-130-684. Stay 16 of which comes in as well. I'll be bringing in Mommy and Phil to also give us a quick update, and we'll see how far we've come today. But so far, we're thankful to God for how far He has watched the Reach campaign today. All right.
All right.
Yes,
The
the
man-
number is 059-862-5098. 059-862-5098. Just a quick one before I go.
Sure.
I must give a shout out to all the people I featured on this.
Please do. Go ahead.
On this project. They
Go ahead.
were amazing. Aside from all the instrumentalists and everyone else, the featured artists really made this what it was supposed to be. Alvina Cooper, Shay Mensah, Ajo Gordon, they were amazing. Hey, Oheniwa Williams, I hope I didn't miss out anyone. Shay Mensah in particular, I call him the pioneer of new generation gospel R&B.
Okay.
What he has done for me, he gave me so much vim to go ahead and do it.
Thank you, Che.
He has new music out today, so go ahead.
Yes. We'll be checking that out. We'll be having him on the iMDrive as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just finishing with you, but I have 2 of your songs left that I have not played from the whole album. I'm left to Trust and Obey and Closer. Choose one for us to finish with you on today. Yes,
choose one.
We spoke about trusting God.
Exactly. Yeah.
Trust and Obey will do.
Featuring Oheniwa Williams.
Well, thank you so much for coming through and Up Close. I'm hoping we can get to do this again for the next album.
Thank you.
Stay with us right
Stay with us right here.
iMDrive.
iMDrive.